Well, a fine good evening, everyone. This is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. I'm at Shelburne, Vermont, at the village cemetery, and I wanted to share with you some information about this particular man. I don't know anything about his wife, to be honest, but I do know about him. Paul S. Danyow, we can see the middle name was actually Spencer, was my high school principal when I attended Burlington High School in the late 70s, early 80s. And I'd just like to share with you his obituary, actually. A lot of information in here. And quite frankly, I want to pay my last respects as well. I always liked and respected him. I always found him to have an easy smile. And he was mostly smiling. Even in the high school, can you imagine? With a job like that? Not all high schoolers, not all of my fellow high schoolers were all that nice. But, I mean, I almost always saw him with a smile. Anyway, wanted to share some information about him because, really, I did always like and respect him. Paul S. Danyow, Shelburne/Ferrisburgh. Surrounded by the love and comfort of his family, Paul S. Danyow died peacefully in Fletcher Allen Healthcare on October 4, 2012. Paul was born in Burlington on July 14, 1936 to Rupert and Patricia Thomas Danyow. He spent his childhood in Shelburne and was a 1954 graduate of Shelburne High School. Paul continued his education at the University of Vermont, receiving a B.S. in 1958 and an M.E.D. in 1967. While in college, Paul was a member of the ROTC, through which he earned his pilot's license. He continued his military service after college with the U.S. Army, fulfilling several aviation assignments. Following active duty, Paul returned to Vermont and joined the Vermont Army National Guard. He held several leadership roles. Excuse me as I turn the page. Including Commandant of the Vermont Military Academy, and served as Vermont's aviation officer. Colonel Danyow earned numerous awards and decorations before completing 30 years of distinguished commissioned military service. Paul devoted 34 years serving students and families as an educator in the Burlington school system. He began his career as a teacher at Edmonds Junior High School and went on to hold several administrative positions, including assistant principal of Edmonds, assistant principal, and then principal of Burlington High School, assistant superintendent, and culminated his service to the district as superintendent of schools. Upon retirement, Paul experienced 4 years of enjoyment as the principal of Ferrisburgh Central School. Paul's strong work ethic and sense of service to others were demonstrated through his dual careers. Despite the many hours he spent working, Paul somehow always found meaningful time for his family. Paul had many interests in life and was an enthusiastic outdoorsman who appreciated the beauty of his Vermont surroundings, whether he was in the woods, on the lakes, piloting helicopters, or traveling the roads. Above all else, Paul loved those in his family and took great pride in their accomplishments. His commitment to them was unwavering, and they adored him. Paul is survived by his wife of 54 years, Helen Mary Lull Danyow of Ferrisburgh, 4 children and their spouses, Robert and Denise Danyow of Charlotte, Catherine and Paul Demon of New Haven, Rebecca and Douglas Weldon of Burlington, and Megan and David Bridges of South Burlington. Paul deeply cherished his 4 grandchildren as well. He also leaves his sister, Dawn, and husband Leon of South Carolina. So he was interred here on Saturday, October 13, 2012. We can see his wife died 2 years after he did as well. So that's really all I had to say about him. I hope he is resting in peace. Anyway, thank you for coming along with me. And hopefully you're a lot warmer than I am right now. It's quite cold. 9 above, 7 below Fahrenheit. Very, very cold. Anyway, until I see you again, this is Patricia, and I am traveling for history. Until I see you again, you have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.